Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger was born on July 30, 1947, in the small Austrian village of Thal, near Graz. Now 77 years old, this extraordinary man currently resides in a sprawling Mediterranean-style mansion in Brentwood, Los Angeles, which he purchased in 2002 for $4.8 million and is now worth over $20 million. The 14,500 square foot estate sits on nearly 6 acres with panoramic ocean views, and he shares this luxurious compound with his beloved pets including Lulu the donkey, Whiskey the miniature pony, and Dutch the husky. His childhood couldn't have been more different from his current opulent lifestyle. The son of Gustav Schwarzenegger, the local police chief, and Aurelia Jaderney, Arnold grew up in a modest home that didn't have indoor plumbing or running water until he was 15. He had to collect water from a well 200 yards away, hauling heavy containers back to the house daily. His father was a strict disciplinarian who had joined the Nazi Party during World War II and served as a military policeman, a fact that would later resurface during Arnold's political campaigns decades later. Despite the harsh conditions, young Arnold discovered his passion for physical fitness early. His father encouraged a rigorous exercise routine, and by age 15, Arnold had begun lifting weights with an intensity that bordered on obsession. He dreamed of escaping his small Austrian village and making it to America, seeing bodybuilding as his ticket to freedom and success. His breakthrough came at age 20 when he won his first Mr. Universe title in 1967, making him the youngest person ever to achieve this honor. This victory opened doors he had only dreamed of, and in 1968, at 21, he moved to California with just $27,000 to his name and speaking virtually no English. He trained at the legendary Gold's Gym in Venice Beach under Joe Weider's guidance, surrounded by the giants of bodybuilding. What followed was unprecedented dominance in the sport. Arnold captured the Mr. Olympia title 7 times between 1970 and 1980, earning the nickname the Austrian Oak for his massive physique and unshakable determination. But even at the height of his bodybuilding success, Arnold was already planning his next conquest. While his competitors focused solely on training, he was quietly building a real estate empire, buying apartment buildings and commercial properties. By age 25, he had earned his first $1 million through real estate investments, not bodybuilding prizes. His transition to Hollywood began with the 1977 documentary Pumping Iron, which showcased not just his physical prowess, but his charismatic personality and surprising wit. His first major film role came in 1982 with Conan the Barbarian, where his imposing physique and intense screen presence made him a natural fit for the sword-wielding warrior. The film's success proved that audiences were ready to accept this Austrian bodybuilder as a legitimate action star. The role that changed everything arrived in 1984 with The Terminator. Director James Cameron took a massive risk casting the relatively unknown Austrian in the title role, but Arnold's delivery of lines like "I'll be back" became instantly iconic. The film's success launched him into the stratosphere of action stardom, leading to a string of blockbusters throughout the 80s and 90s, including Predator, Total Recall, and Terminator 2: Judgment Day. By the 1990s, Arnold commanded $20 million per film, making him one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. His marriage in 1986 to Maria Shriver, a member of the Kennedy family and respected journalist, elevated his profile even further. The couple seemed to embody the American dream, the immigrant who had conquered Hollywood and the American princess, who had captured his heart. They had 4 children together: Catherine, Christina, Patrick, and Christopher. Yet Arnold harbored an even grander ambition. Despite his thick Austrian accent and unconventional background, he had political aspirations that many dismissed as fantasy. His opportunity came in 2003 when California Governor Gray Davis faced a recall election. Arnold threw his hat into the ring, running on a platform of fiscal responsibility and governmental reform. His campaign was part political rally, part Hollywood spectacle, complete with campaign rallies that felt more like movie premieres. Against all odds, he won decisively, capturing 48.6% of the vote and becoming the 38th governor of California. His tenure was marked by both significant achievements and considerable challenges. He successfully pushed through environmental legislation, including landmark greenhouse gas reduction measures, and worked across party lines on infrastructure projects. However, his governorship was also hampered by the state's massive budget crisis, which reached $26 billion by 2009. Throughout his political career, Arnold maintained his larger-than-life persona, famously arriving at events in Niedersachsen, his collection of military vehicles, and continuing to smoke cigars, despite statewide smoking bans. He left office in 2011 having served 2 terms, and many political observers credited him with bringing a pragmatic, business-minded approach to Sacramento's often gridlocked politics. However, his return to private life was immediately overshadowed by a devastating personal scandal. Just days after leaving office, it was revealed that he had fathered a child with the family's longtime housekeeper, Mildred Baena, 14 years earlier. The boy, Joseph, had been living in the same household as Arnold's legitimate children, with Maria completely unaware of the truth. Arnold later admitted he didn't realize Joseph was his son until the child was 7 or 8 years old and began resembling him. The revelation destroyed his marriage to Maria, leading to their separation in 2011, and eventual divorce a decade later. The scandal also temporarily derailed his planned return to Hollywood, as studios were hesitant to associate with the controversy. Arnold faced the most challenging period of his life, watching his carefully constructed public image crumble while dealing with the private devastation of losing his family. His comeback began gradually in the early 2010s with appearances in ensemble action films like the Expendables series, where he reunited with fellow aging action stars Sylvester Stallone and Bruce Willis. He also returned to his most famous role in Terminator Genisys, though the film received mixed reviews. More recently, he has found success in streaming content, starring in the Netflix series Fubar and appearing in various documentaries about his life and career. Today, Arnold splits his time between his Los Angeles mansion and various business ventures, including his annual Arnold Sports Festival, which has become the second-largest bodybuilding event in the world. His daily routine still includes workouts in his private gym, though he has embraced a largely plant-based diet in recent years for health and environmental reasons. He maintains relationships with all 5 of his children, including Joseph, who has followed in his footsteps as both a bodybuilder and aspiring actor. His current girlfriend, Heather Milligan, a physical therapist, has been in his life for over a decade, though they maintain a relatively low-profile relationship compared to his highly publicized marriage to Maria. At 77, Arnold shows no signs of slowing down, continuing to advocate for environmental causes, fitness, and after-school programs for underprivileged youth. Arnold Schwarzenegger's journey from a water-carrying boy in rural Austria to becoming a global icon represents perhaps the most complete realization of the American dream in modern history. He conquered 3 entirely different fields: bodybuilding, entertainment, and politics, each requiring vastly different skill sets, yet all demanding the same relentless determination that has defined his character since childhood. His story proves that with enough willpower, even the most ambitious dreams can become reality. Though success often comes with unexpected costs and challenges that test the very character that created the success in the first place.